Hi guys, and welcome back to episode 5 of our series, where we build a zoo from scratch in franchise mode. Last episode, we finished up the rest area for guests. In this episode, we will be landscaping all of the areas we have built so far in this North American area, also managing our park to keep everything and everyone happy and running smoothly. We will also be adding more North American exhibit animals to this area. If you want to see all of that, please stay tuned. Jumping straight in, you can see me going through, making sure everything looks right on the heat map, and guests are happy. I also wanted to go in and check on the overall well-being of the zoo before we start adding more to it. We then started a quick campaign for our zoo to bring more guests and also paid off our $20,000 loan because we finally have enough money coming into the zoo. We had some research finished for the Diamondbacks, and now that that's all finished, we can move on to research the Gila monsters. Here, we're adding everything to the North American work zone before we add our second work zone, which is power and water. I like to do this so the mechanics don't get distracted from keeping power and water running. I also assign a mechanic specific to this work zone, and this work zone only, so he really only has one job. After that, we check through a few more of these tabs. And also look through our security cameras to make sure they can see all parts of our beautiful zoo. Here, you see me adding some extra cameras because I realized there's some blind spots that the cameras couldn't really see. Finally, with all this done, it's time to add our new species to their exhibits, starting with the Mexican red-knee tarantulas. And then our giant desert hairy scorpions. And here, we have to make sure the temperature in the exhibit is perfect for them. Also, setting up the 3D wall makes the exhibit look more real. Then adding the education board. And here is the first look at the new Mexican red knee tarantulas. They look so amazing. Now, just placing some donation bins so these animals can bring the zoo some more money. Also education boards for the scorpions. Here is a quick close-up of our new hairy scorpions in their exhibit. Of course, we need to add education speakers to the area since we added new animals. I wanted to place these in the middle of the exhibit because I plan on adding another exhibit later on, and I don't want the speakers to overlap. Then we got a gift for completing a challenge and not having any crime in our zoo for 3 whole months. We also completed some research from the mechanics, so we are a little further on getting new barriers. Then we also got some vet research completed for the Gila monsters. Now I want to go to each exhibit and add any enrichment items we may have unlocked so far, starting with the diamondbacks. They had some fallen trees, so we add those. Then got more vet research for the Gila monsters. We added the monsters enrichment next, starting with their hiding places, then their basking lights. After I realized there were too many Antillean iguanas, so we have to sell one. Now that everyone is happy, I feel like it's a perfect time to add some plants and nature to this area. Again, I want to stick to North American plants, and I want it to look very natural. Almost like a swamp would, just without the water. Please enjoy this time-lapse of me, adding all the trees and plants. Then we had more research finish for our Gila monsters. If you are enjoying this video, please give it a thumbs up and comment down below your favorite part. Now here I realized we had broken water pumps, but before I could call a mechanic, we completed up more research for the barriers and finished all of it for the Gila monsters. So now we started research for the lesser Antillean iguanas and called for a mechanic for the water pumps here. I wanted to give a quick look at what the staff areas and park look like so far from an eye-level perspective. Before jumping in to buy our next, and I think last North American exhibit animal that we have released to console for the moment, which is the American bullfrog. And I also realized we still needed a male Gila monster, so we bought one of those and placed him with his lady friend in their exhibit. We also finished up all of their enrichment research, so we can finally add their fallen trees and call this exhibit 100% completed. And we can now add a new exhibit for our American bullfrogs. After placing that down, we need to fidget with these paths to get them to look right, but to do that, we need to replace some chairs and delete some plants, which you can see me do. And now it's time for the moment of truth, adding our American bullfrogs in. I love the way their exhibit looks, so I don't want to add any walls. I want people to be able to look in from every side. Now adding education boards, so guests know what they're looking at. I also wanted the water to be a little bit clearer, so you can see me playing around with those controls a little bit here. Then a quick look at the frogs. They are so cute. The last thing we will be adding on today's episode are the education speakers. Stay tuned for next week, where we build our North American entrance sign. I hope you all loved today's video. If so, please like, comment, and subscribe. Also hit that bell notification so you never miss my post every Thursday.